Here starts the tale of Red Riding Hood,
the girl so named from the red hooded cape,
made by her grandmother who loved her dearly,
which she always wore.
It's a summer's day, the sun is shining and the birds are singing.
And so the darkness begins.
Come here, Red Riding Hood. You must take this cake we made and a bottle of wine to grandmother, for she is weak and ill. They will do her good.
Yes, Mamma.
And don't loiter, by the way.
I won't.
Or run.
I won't.
Or else you may fall down and break the bottle, and then there will be no wine for grandmother, and the cake will be spoilt.
I promise I won't run or loiter, Mamma.
Oh, and don't forget to say good morning prettily, without staring about you.
I will do just as you say, Mamma.
You're a good girl. I will see you on the morrow. Be safe.
Now Red had a long journey ahead of her.
Through the dark and dangerous wood.
How could a mother send her on a journey such as this?
Well, I don't know. You wrote this bit.
You're mistaken, brother. I wrote the bit with the wolf.
Shush! We haven't got to that bit yet.
Haven't we?
Good morning, Red Riding Hood,
said the wolf.
Good morning, Wolf.
What? Why is she speaking to him? Hasn't she listened to anything her mother has told her about talking to strangers?
She is a brave girl. He does not know how wicked this wolf is.
Brave or foolish?
We shall see.
Whither away so early, Red Riding Hood?
To grandmother's.
What have you got in your basket?
Cake and wine. We baked yesterday. So I'm taking a cake to Granny. She wants something to make her well.
And where does your grandmother live, Red Riding Hood?
At least another half a day's travel into the woods. Her house stands under 3 big oak trees, near a hedge of nut trees which you must know.
This tender little creature,
the wolf thought,
will be a plump morsel. She will be nicer than the old woman. I must be cunning.
Which he was.
And snap them both up.
Oh,
don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
Now don't get scared.
Don't get scared.
I'm not so bad.
I'm not so bad.
When compared
to lions, tigers, or killer whales,
or beasts with nails and tails and scales,
I'm a lone wolf, stranger. Can I walk with you, dear Red?
he'll protect you from danger. The road lies dark ahead.
Of course you can, kind sir, and soon we will be friends.
Walk, skip, or if you prefer, we'll dance till this road ends.
I'm a lone wolf, stranger.
I'll dance and spin and leap, whilst protecting you from danger.
And I'll eat you in your sleep. Look, Red. Look at the pretty flowers. Why don't you look about you? I don't believe you even hear the birds sing. You are just as solemn as if you were going to school. Everything else is so glad out here in the woods. Why don't you go and pick some flowers? Isn't that what girls your age love to do?
My mother told me not to stray from the path. She said the woods are a dangerous place.
Oh, that's what mothers are supposed to say. But she doesn't really mean it. I mean, look. Even if you were to go and pick those flowers in that glade there, you would still be able to see the path. So it's not as if you could get lost now, is it?
Now Red began to ponder, and her feet started to slow.
Whereas before she had been keeping a steady pace and keeping her eyes to the ground.
But suddenly she raised her eyes, and when she saw the sunlight dancing through the trees and all the bright flowers, she thought,
I'm sure Granny would be pleased if I took her a bunch of fresh flowers. It is still quite early. I shall have plenty of time to pick them.
I tell you what, Little Red Riding Hood, you go and pick some flowers, and I shall wait here for you and keep an eye out for danger.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wolf. You are very kind. I won't be long, I promise.
Take all the time you need, child.
And that was it. The wolf had set his trap.
Red ran off into the woods, picking flowers as she went, and now as happy as she had ever been.
Every now and then she would look back to check to see if the wolf was there.
And he was. He had all the time in the world.
However, eventually Red even forgot about the wolf.
Soon, even her bright red cape was no longer visible from the path.
And that was when the wolf crept away, on the path for Granny's house.
Her
Mother said she never should talk to strangers in the wood. Where many evil creatures lie, stray from the path, she'll surely die.
This is her story, the girl dressed in red, who did not heed what her mother had said.
This is the story of Red Riding Hood and what happens with her and the wolf in the wood. Meanwhile, the wolf had arrived at Grandmother's house.
Who is there?
Red Riding Hood, bringing you a cake and some wine. Open the door.
Press the latch. I am too weak to get up.
In went the wolf,
He sprang upon the poor old woman.
and gobbled her up in one mouthful,
Poor Granny. Then the wolf put on Granny's glasses,
and her dressing gown and nightcap.
and then he climbed into her bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. Red had travelled all night, but finally she was here at Granny's house.
Little did she know that her granny was currently inside the wolf's stomach, getting ever so cross.
Red was surprised to find the front door of Granny's cottage standing wide open.
Suddenly, she felt a chill crawl up her back, and she thought,
Generally, I like coming to see Grandmother so much. Why do I feel so scared?
But out loud she cried,
Good morning, Grandmother. Granny, are you there?
feeling more than a little apprehensive, Little Red Riding Hood crossed the threshold.
Oh, Grandmother, what big ears you've got.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what big eyes you've got.
The better to see you with, my dear.
What big hands you've got, Grandmother.
The better to catch hold of you with, my dear.
But, Grandmother, what big teeth you've got.
The better to eat you up with, my dear.